So then here you would give them, let's say, the video, which is always a better one when you've given a download, like even if it's a 15-minute webinar of you just saying, like, the goal in this video is to let them hear the most obvious thing that they've ever heard explained in the most simplest way that makes them feel like, how did I not notice this? The best, now rather than anything overly groundbreaking, you want to give them the most obvious thing these people are not seeing. Because if you can do that, they're like, "Wow, how did I?" Anyone can come in with some scientific and blow someone's mind, but showing someone something so obvious and simple and very easy to action is really what you want to try and do here. Then you would say, I'm going to show you, look how crazy this is. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to tell you exactly how I stumbled across this. And number 3 then is the backstory or the epiphany. So we call that the epiphany, right? So it's like, oh my God, like I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you tomorrow after you give them the video. So in number 2, you would talk about something compelling. So you would say the best home workout strategy would be the subject headline. And then you say, this is the best, da, da, da. And then at the end you go, oh, P.S. I told you I was going to give you the best video that I've ever created on home workout experience. And then you give it to them at the end. And you say, by the way, tomorrow I'm going to teach you or tell you exactly how I stumbled across this, X, Y, and Z years ago or whatever, or the coach that helped me. This then epiphany is positioning you when you were the hero and how you've now become the guide. Oh my God, like I was going through exactly this. And I started to realize, well, this, and this, and it completely changed my world. I now have realized that I can help people just like you, just like I was, to do exactly the same using the principles that are outlined in that the video, the download, and they're the core pillars of what I do and how I help people going forward in my name drop program. Then a brief little bit about the program, but hey, I'm going to tell you exactly why my program is one of the best for women who want to X, Y, and Z tomorrow. And I'm actually going to give you some free X, Y, and Z, whatever that may be. So you want to build suspense then about your program in number 4, but you want to build curiosity. Okay. And then what you would do is you would go, listen, now this is what I've been doing for the last period of time, but I've decided that I want to take on a small number of women, and anyone who signs up in the next period of time is going to get, and then you go X, Y, and Z. So this is, what's the phrase I use? Like bonuses, let's say. So you want to give like, hey, so I'm creating this brand new program, and anyone who takes action between this time and this time is going to get X, Y, and Z, and then you just make that really, really compelling. You would say, however, some of you may just want to jump on a free coaching call, and that's absolutely fine as well. Now, for those of you who want to join the program, you can't. You need to jump on a call with me first. I want to make sure I can help you. And secondly, I want you to know that I'm very selective with who I choose. And the best part of it is, even if you don't want to join the program, you get a free call anyway. And it's a benefit to me because I can make sure that you're the right fit for what I'm doing. And maybe in the future, and then that's very much an adult discussion conversation via email where they feel like, well, you're not trying to sell anything. It's very much you win, I win scenario. Then number 5 is urgency. And that would be, wow, I'm like blown away, subject headline, completely blown away. I never thought so many of you would see so much value in the video and the download, and the messages I'm getting on Facebook and IG are just incredible. I'm so grateful that I can help. A large number of you have booked a free call, and I'm so excited to be jumping on a call with you guys this weekend. I know there aren't that many spaces left, but if there are, I highly recommend that you jump on this like a lot of X, Y, and Z have done over the last period of time, because pretty soon this will be going away. And I do not want you guys turning around to me next week and going, oh my God, like I just couldn't make time or whatever it may be. Obviously, you keep some space open, so that won't be the case. But the last thing I want is you guys saying that, hey, can you open up some space after I've filled the last 8 of my 15, whatever's on the sheet. And at that point in time, that's a massive urge to book. Now, if you decide you want to, I see value in going like 6 is maybe, if you want to do another one, a last call, which is, if you do 6, it's a last call. If you don't, 5 is the last call. Hey, no, really, this really is the last day. A large number of you came and asked if you could book a call after the deadline, not because you wanted to join the program, but because you wanted to jump on a free coaching call, which is absolutely fine by me. And then you would say, no, this really is the last call. So this would be a maybe. Otherwise, you do that at number 5. Then, in my opinion, at this point in time where you are in your business, at this point in time, you would put this all together and they would drop into your daily email automation and then continue to get your daily emails. In an ideal world, the next step is, so 1, 2, 3. That's the way it is right now. In an ideal world, you would do this. And when I've told people this, they're like, that is absolutely genius. And yeah, I think it is. I'm happy with it, but I'll see what you think. Once you have that in place, you have that running, and that's great. The next step is that you actually do this. Instead of going into the daily, they come out of here first and they go into 2.5. Now, they wait for 5 to 6 days before going in there. And 2.5 is an automation that goes like this. Zoe, I am so sorry. I know I've been completely MIA over the last week. I've just been completely blown away with the 15 girls that have come on. I've been so busy putting everything together and I'm super excited. It's been a crazy week. There's already some amazing transformations and a lot of wins. I'm so excited to share some of those with you. I know that now maybe not have been the right time, or maybe you missed out, but I want to share with you over the next few days some of the incredible wins that women are having in the first few days. Listen, I have to go, super busy. I've got loads of clients or loads of check-ins or loads of this or loads of that to put together. We're launching this, a brand new this, brand new this, but I'll keep you updated, promise. Sorry for being a little MIA. Then 2 days later, maybe 3 days later, you're like, wow, I've just, such and such has lost 4 pounds in her first week. Testimonial. Hey, I never thought that someone would be able to lose this weight, this much weight so quickly. However, it's probably because of A, and you name something that's in your program, a deliverable that you think is going to be compelling. So, we have the accountability, the coaching, the downloads, the courses, the meetups, A, B, C, D, and E. You would create a win from the first few weeks, and each one goes, so the structure, I'll just take A, the structure is the win and the deliverable. So you would say, for example, Zoe's lost X amount of weight in this period of time, and she's convinced it's down to the accountability. Just to give you a little brief on the accountability that we offer, then you give some bullet points of what's in the actual offer that you share on the screen, but you don't give too much away. Then B is, hey, Nora has already broken her belief around X, Y, and Z, and she's convinced that it's because of our one-to-one coaching format on the app. Then C is Louise has completely changed her network, and because she is now involved in a like-minded group of women who are all together supporting each other to do X, Y, and Z. Now, once you go through this, let's say sequence, probably not every day, because you want it to build suspense and you want them to want more and want more and want more. I personally would then wait, and I don't know the answer to this, but maybe a week, maybe 2, and then you go, you know what? We've been so blown away by this cohort and this group that if you were maybe interested in, if we were to make 5 spaces available, would you see value in maybe joining us on our next cohort? And then you would just go through a very similar as above, but it would be more of a launch. Hey, we're opening the doors for 5 women, and then you do maybe every day for 5 to 6 days, emails and personal sent from my iPhone. Hey Zoe, just jumping in personally. I saw that you've been reading some of the emails and I just wanted to reach out and see, are you still looking to X? Hey Zoe, hope you're good. Sorry to reach out again. I know it's another personal one, but I wasn't sure if you saw my last email. And then you would put them through a launch campaign. Now, the most important thing is that you decide on number 1, which will be done in a matter of seconds, and then you can write that email today. The email sequence in nurture number 2 is, I would suggest, a copy or a duplicate of our automation, and I'll send it to you again just in case we've updated it. And we have email 1 to 5, and you just reword it. I would recommend you do the same structure as ours. Just reword it to your narrative, and I'll send you the link immediately after this. And then I would put them straight into number 3 and have that set up immediately. And then as these women come through, you get some testimonials. And with those testimonials, you can also have unlisted YouTubes, you could have photographs, you could have screenshots of the Facebook that you put in. And then 2.5 is something that we would build. But the most important thing is to have 1, 2, and 3 together. And ultimately, 1 will be done today. 2 is just rewording our sequence, which can be done in a matter of, let's say, a few days, way before next week. I'm not saying you have to, by the way, but it could be. And then the daily, well, it doesn't have to be daily, it could be every few days, but you would do that. That's your campaign list. That could be done in the next week. And then anything you build upon that, you build upon that. And an example would be over time with things like 2.5 is you would build it out. Once it's ready, you're happy with it. You then change that it drops through it, and then it goes to 3. Then you would have 2.6, and it goes from 2.5 to the campaign 2.6, and then goes to 3. And then you would go 2.7 and 2.8 and 2.9. So that's how I systemize it that way. I'm going to stop the recording because we're going to go into some personal perspective things on this, but I'll send you the recording afterwards. And anyone who, if you are seeing this afterwards, you are lucky. And secondly, we'll circle back around and see how this has gone into the future.